It was a quiet evening. The warm glow of the fireplace filled the room. A little girl tiptoed toward her grandma, who was sitting in her rocking chair knitting. "Grandma," the girl said softly, tugging at her sleeve, "can you tell me a story? Something I've never heard before?" Grandma smiled and patted the little girl's hand. "A new story, It's a little sad, but it's also beautiful." The girl's eyes sparkled. "Yes, Grandma. A beautiful one." Grandma leaned back in her chair, her voice becoming soft and warm. "All right, my dear. Listen closely, this is a story very few people know." She took a deep breath, and then began. "Long, long ago, Grandma began, there was a kingdom filled with golden fields, clear rivers, and tall castles. In that kingdom lived a princess named Solara. Solara was not like other princesses. She didn't care much about jewels or fancy dresses. What she loved most was the sun. Every morning, as soon as the first rays of light touched her window, she would run outside barefoot into the gardens. She would lift her face to the sky and whisper, "Good morning, my golden friend." She believed the sun could hear her. She believed it smiled back. Wherever the sun went, Solara's eyes would follow, filled with love and warmth. But the king, her father, didn't like it. He thought it was foolish. He wanted his daughter to think only of royal duties and the kingdom. "The sun is too far, too strong. You cannot love it," he said. "It will never belong to you." But Solara kept looking for it. She would sit by the windows for hours, gazing at the glowing sky, talking to the light as if it were a dear friend. Finally, the king grew angry. "If you cannot forget the sun, I will make you forget it," he said. And so he locked the princess in a tall, dark tower room with no windows, no light, and no warmth. Days passed. Solara felt weaker and weaker. She missed the golden warmth. She missed the bright mornings. She missed the sun. Without its light, her heart grew heavy with sadness. She whispered softly in the darkness, "Oh sun, I can't see you anymore. But I still love you." And with those final words, the princess closed her eyes forever. The king wept when he heard the news. His heart was filled with regret and sorrow. With tears in his eyes, he ordered a beautiful ceremony in her honor. He carried her gently to the royal garden, the very place where she had once danced happily in the sunlight. There, beneath the soft earth, he buried her with his own hands, choosing her favorite spot, where the light was always the brightest. But then, something magical happened. A few days later, a tiny green sprout appeared from the soil above her resting place. It grew taller and taller each day, as if reaching for something. The people watched in wonder. "What kind of plant is this?" they asked. Finally, one morning, the sprout burst into bloom. A huge golden flower opened its petals, brighter than anything they had ever seen. And the most curious thing was, the flower moved. It turned its face slowly to follow the sun across the sky. From morning to evening, it never stopped looking at the sun. Just like Princess Solara used to do. The people gasped. "It's her," they whispered. "It's the princess. She has returned in this beautiful flower to see her beloved son forever." And from that day on, they called it the sunflower. Grandma smiled at the little one sitting beside her. So, my dear, whenever you see a sunflower, remember the princess who loved the sun so much that even after her life ended, her love grew into a flower that will always follow the light. The little child looked out the window at the garden, where a single sunflower stood tall, its golden face glowing in the sunset. And for just a moment, it seemed to smile back.